All right, we have all of our supplies gathered, and we're just using 3 colors on this painting. And we're going to start off using our white and our black for the background. So this will be step 1. We'll be working with the background. Make sure you have shaken up your paint. And we'll probably need more paint, but this will get us started. Okay, so we're working with acrylic, so we don't want a brush that's extremely wet. We just want it to be damp so you can dry it off on your piece of paper toweling. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to think about where the Eiffel Tower is going to be. And because we want to leave this middle part of our canvas lighter, so we want it to be white and light gray, okay? And then as we work out to the edges, we want it to be darker, okay? Because this is a night scene. And so then at the bottom, we want to leave it white. I've got about 5 inches here marked off, and this is going to be the ground, which in this case it's going to be reflections on on water. Okay, so we're just going to use a little bit of black. Black will overpower white, so you want to make sure that you've got just a nice gray, and then you're going to just kind of randomly go over the background. And if this is too gray, you can add some more white. But we want it to be blended and just a nice covered background. Add a little more white into the center. And you want it to be random. You don't want it to be, you know, like hard lines or anything. You want it to just look natural. So I'm going to pick up a little more black. Getting out to the edges. So you can see I'm just using short strokes. And not all one direction. Just blend it nicely. Okay, now I want my lighter gray to be down here, so I'm going to back up a little bit. Make sure that I have this painted as I want it all the way to my 5-inch line. And then I'm going to go back and blend that. you might need to wet your paint just a little bit. Add some more white, black. Remember, if it's a shade you don't really like, it's okay. You can go over it again. Again, make sure that you're just keeping your brush strokes going every which way, so it will be more of a random pattern. Bring it down. And make sure that you don't have any of your canvas showing through, because it will be even more noticeable when it dries. And then you can hold it up and see what it looks like. I've got a couple of hard edges there that I don't really want, so I can feather those out. And maybe a little lighter right here. So you can just kind of look at it and see how you're liking it. Yeah, I think that's good. And our random brush strokes gives it kind of a texture as well. Let me see if you can see that. Okay. And then we've got this long canvas. It's hard to see. So then I left this part down here, which is going to be the water. Now, I'm going to put some more white out because this is getting a little messy over here. So I'll put some white here. And we're going to make a light gray, still using your brush, your larger brush. It's about a 3/4 inch brush, yeah. I'm going to make a light gray. And then for the bottom, push these supplies off here so I can push my canvas up. There you go. Okay, so for the bottom then, we're going to go horizontally. So we're not going to do random stripes anymore. We're going to do horizontal. Excuse me, I said stripes. I meant brush strokes. You don't want it to be all one shade, so it can be some variation. We're going to put the bottom of the Eiffel Tower right there on that line. Get a little more white. And make sure that you're getting into the canvas, as you'll see, is textured, and so sometimes you need to work that paint down in there. Again, you're still going horizontally. There we go. Okay, so this is what the bottom should look like. If you can see that. Okay. Now I want you to hold it underneath and hold it up, and we're going to paint the sides with just the gray. Short strokes just on the side. 9 times out of 10 we're not going to frame these, right? So it just gives it a nicer finished look. Doesn't have to be all the same color of gray. Okay, so now we'll turn it around to the next side. Sometimes it can be hard to do this by yourself, so ask for help with somebody holding it for you. Use some of this white over here. Don't like to waste paint. Paint just a little bit. Acrylic paint, as you know, dries very quickly, so sometimes you have to add some water to it in order for it to glide off your brush. Okay. One small side left. And check the front, because you can see where the paint didn't get down into all of the texture part of your canvas. Now, after we're done painting the edges, we're going to clean out our brush very well. Get fresh water, clean water. Let this dry, and then we'll do the second step, which is the Eiffel Tower. Right. over the front to make sure that you're happy with everything. I think it's looking good. Okay, so as I said, let's get a clean paper plate, and we can clean up our brush and get some clean water, and we'll be set to go as soon as this dries.